I began by talking to you a few days ago on the generational thinker, right? How do you become a generational thinker? But beyond that, I want to show you two paradigms. And as we select our leaders and as we grow ourselves, our young people, and of course, everyone out there, you begin to evaluate where you are now and how to transit. If you are going to become a generational thinker, if we're going to get a president that thinks generationally, these are some of the things we need to look out and see where this president have been all this while, at point A or point B. The first part are people or leaders that think success. Leaders that think success. But we have other kind of leaders that think greatness. These two things are not the same. I'm going to be showing you the differences, right? The leader that has positioned himself as a successful person or that is heading towards success, have been living a successful life, the first thing you see, he thinks of income. Again, if you're a young person, you can program your life now in the right direction. He thinks income. He's always thinking about profit, benefits, what he's going to gain. And there are some politicians, this is the realm where they are. They are in the race just because of what they're going to gain. Why we have the other kind of leader that thinks greatness, instead of thinking income, is thinking impact. He's already making impact, right? So you juxtapose that between the one thinking income and the one thinking impact. If you look at a lot of our politicians now and our current leaders, you'll find out the right person. The one thinking about, benefit and income, and the one thinking about how to make impact, not just thinking, doing it. Yeah, I'm no longer at the realm of thinking. I'm now the realm of those that have done it and they are doing something. One is collecting, the other one is giving. One is gathering, the other one is donating to schools, the other one is impacting people. So we need to look at these things very rightly and then take a decision. Posterity will not forgive us, if we mess up this time around. Now, the next thing there is respect. One has respect, the second one is honored. The one under the, group A, which is success, group B is greatness. The successful one has respect. The other one has honor. People honor him for the impact in their life. This other one is respected for his age, respected for, the money he has, or respected for something. And you need to decide who you are as I discuss these things, because while we're talking about those leading today, we are the next phase of the leaders coming on board. So we need to balance this. And beyond that, you need to build your life in a particular order, and you should choose greatness. Greatness is far ahead of success. You can be successful without being great, right? And you can be great without being successful in the eyes of people. What they call success, right, differs. Now, the third thing there is that the man thinking success is thinking about promotion. The other person thinking greatness is thinking about prominence. The very thing he's going to do to impact so much lives, and then, he become a very important person in the lives of people. The number 4 thing is that one is thinking fame. The first one in the class A is thinking fame. How can I be famous? Why the second person is thinking acclaim, right? He has a lot of things he has done in his name, and people can say, wow, this is wonderful. The 5th thing is that the first class of people, they are thinking reward. Why this other person is thinking award. They are not the same thing. Reward can come in form of money, contracts, all of those things. So some people go into certain things just for money's sake. But this one is just doing his own thing, and then recognitions will find him on the long road. The number 6 thing is that this one is thinking about position and possession. He's thinking about how to gain a position, how to struggle into something. He's even thinking about that is his turn. It's not your turn. This nation is not a property. It's not something you use, another person comes to use. Why the other person is thinking about influence and affluence. So he's thinking about how do I influence people action? How do I get people to think rightly? How do I bring orientation and reorientation? How do I change the society? How do I contribute? It can be you, it can be me. So Check yourself. Know where you belong to now. So many Nigerians are the first class. We're still trying to survive and all of that. But I need you to come up. I need you to do something different. I need you to, to be more than that realm. That realm is for children. The realms where we are now is a realm where you need to think influence, not just gain, not just income, not just profit. There's a whole lot to do. There's a generation waiting for you. There are a lot of people waiting for you to arise and make a difference in your own little way. In your own little way. You are unique, you are special, you have something to contribute in your own little way. And as you do that, recognitions and awards start coming to you, right? The next one is achievement. The class A, think about achievement. The class B, think about accomplishment. So he can point on things he has accomplished, not just for himself, for a society. The other one is thinking about, he bought a car, he has 7 houses, he has this, he has that, he has a private jet, he has houses in London, all of that. Those things are stories. We're not interested in those things. What we want to see now in leadership, what we want to see in the young people are people that think differently. I keep saying it. It's a moment for us to go for people that think differently and encourage a whole lot of our young people to follow suit, right? This other person think about provision. You think about provision. Why this other person think about prominence? Think about providence. This other person is thinking about provision. This one is thinking providence. He knows there's a future. There is something bigger than him. That when he's able to achieve ABC, that tomorrow will judge him well. So a whole lot is involved, my friends. This other person is thinking prosperity. Why this other person is thinking posterity? This one is talking about himself now, money to amass, things, how to enjoy life. This other person is discussing how tomorrow generation is going to judge him and all of that. So we need to check these two paradigms. They are not the same. And lastly, one in class A has what they call ambition, and the one in class B has what we call vision. And may I say to you that these two things are not the same. The class A guy is thinking about self. Ambition talks about yourself. Vision talks about others. Vision discusses people empowerment. So if you are still at that realm where you think everything about you, my, I, then you are in the class A. You need to rework your life. We need more of people at the class B. We need a whole lot of young people to think differently, to think impact, to think honor, to think prominence, to think acclaim, to think award, to think influence, to think accomplishment, to think posterity, to think vision and providence. We have a whole young people, a lot of people that have a lot to offer. We just need the right environment to make that happen. And it's gradually coming on board. So get ready for the big things that's about to happen and begin to prepare yourself, begin to work on yourself to make a difference. All right. I'll make a quote from Warren Buffett. He says that someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree long years ago, a long time ago. You are sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree many years ago. Warren Buffett. The question is, what are you doing as a Nigerian? What are you doing as a young person? It is not good enough to complain. We must bring solutions on board. We must talk about the things we are doing. And if we are not doing much, we need to start doing a whole lot. Who are you answerable to? What generation are you interested in? What people group are you interested in? Who are you bringing solution to? So it's not good enough to just talk about leadership and discuss the fact that people occupy position. And I've said before that leadership is not position, right? And that is why when you see these guys that are seeking position, they can do anything to get it because they don't understand that leadership is a set of influence. You have to be a person of character and of course be impactful, and people can follow you. People don't follow you because of just your money. They want to see a person that can change their life. All right? And of course, generational thinkers, like I said before, they sow seed for the future. A future that not just them alone, they are thinking about their children and what they're going to benefit. All right, as I close this morning, generational thinkers show examples. They show examples. So I want to ask you the question, who are you showing the example? What kind of life are you living? They do the impossible. They look out for solution everywhere. They don't complain. They don't sit and say, we met corruption when we came, and all of that. And you are leaving the country more corrupt. The question is, what have you done? What have your team done so far? All right? And of course, generational thinkers are people of tireless effort and outstanding faith. Tireless effort and outstanding faith. You don't come to the point where you are now tired. You are now overwhelmed, just like what we're having currently in Nigeria, where you are now overwhelmed by the situation and all kinds of things. You must have faith. You must sell faith. You must get the people to have faith. You must talk faith. You must speak faith and then stick to faith and then make things happen. It's not just good enough to talk faith. People must see the actions you're taking. People must see the practical steps you're taking to make things get better. We have millions and thousands of people suffering in Nigeria today. Hunger is, rising. Fuel price just went up. School fees is going on. ASU is on strike. Insurgency is rising. All kinds of things are happening. We need a transform Nigeria. We need someone that can step in and make a difference. Generational thinkers are visionary leaders, and of course, they pay the price for others. If you cannot pay the price for others, then you're out of it. If you're thinking about yourself, please don't come out. Don't tell us to vote for you. If all what you know is about what you want to grab, we've crossed those days. We are now in the days where we're looking for those that want to make a difference. And of course, they challenge the status quo and they create impact. They challenge the status quo and create impact. They believe in themselves. They are men and women of action and commitment. And beyond that, they are bold and they go all the way for results. So what we're looking for now are this kind of people. Every young person that listened to me this morning, go ahead and become that kind of a person. Build on yourself, work on yourself. Begin that work of transformation on your life. Together, we can make the difference. Together, we can arrive at the place where we want to be as a country, Nigeria. And together, we can also become a nation. Nationhood is a process. Nigeria currently is not yet a nation. We are not yet integrated. We still have a lot of differences and all of that. Let's work together and make the difference. Nigeria is a great nation, and together we can make it happen. Good morning today, and I'll see you again some other time.